The world's 1.4 billion Catholics are mourning Pope Francis. He died this morning at the age of 88, only hours after giving the blessing over Easter Sunday Mass. He suffered a stroke and irreversible heart failure. Tyson Fedor reports.
Easter Sunday saw thousands attend Mass in Rome, surprised by an ailing Pope Francis for an Easter blessing. The pontiff circled the St. Peter's Square in his Pope-mobile. Easter Monday, after suffering from stroke and irreversible heart failure, he passed away in his apartment.
Impressive that he made it to Easter. I think that's almost like a miracle for Italy, but it's sad.
Born in 1936 in Buenos Aires, he was drawn to the priesthood. Elected in 2013 at the age of 76, becoming the first pope from the Americas. A progressive from the start, he worked to reform the church. He allowed Catholic priests to bless same-sex couples by keeping it distinct from the sacrament of marriage. He defrocked a priest for abuse while instilling new procedures to root out such crimes. He spoke out on climate change, nuclear arms, and the war in Gaza. Across Canada, Francis is being remembered as the first pope to apologize to Canada's Indigenous community for the horrors of the residential school system during a 2022 visit to Alberta.
It was a very powerful, special moment for Indigenous peoples because the head of the church came, and he didn't have to come, but he came.
And for residential school survivor Linda Daniels, that meeting was crucial to a path of healing.
I shook his hand and I looked into his eyes. When I said, "Feel my hurt, feel our pain," and he nodded.
Pope Francis had dealt with several health scares, including falls, influenza, and 38 days in hospital with bilateral pneumonia. But it was an apology to Indigenous Canadians that remains at the forefront of his legacy.
The old people, the elders, the men and the women, the survivors said, this is really important for healing.
Tyson Fedor, CTV News, Calgary.